All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to nearing the end of the Celeste tournament. We have the bronze match. So these two, unfortunately, did not take victories in the semifinals. However, they are going to be going at it once more to see who can take third place overall, which is still, I mean, an amazing place to be. Third is not a laughing matter or anything like that. We have Nero X2 and blackpear, who lost to TGH and M Sushi respectively. Two really respectable opponents. Definitely two that I think these two were okay. You know, maybe not having the best races against or just not being able to pull off a victory against. And unfortunately, these two aren't going to be joining us for an interview. But if you do want to hear someone else talk, you get to. I'm here with Blue Eye today. Blue Eye, how do you feel about this matchup?
This should be a really exciting one. I'm especially interested in how Nero will do, since he kind of just has been rising up the ranks really rapidly in the last few months. And his race against TGS was super close. And he's in second place overall on the leaderboards now.
Yeah, it's really interesting because, like, around the time of the Speed Gaming tournament, this guy didn't even run the game, and that only started in, like, July, so... Meanwhile, blackpear actually took top 8 in that, so definitely not only staying on top of the game that blackpear has been on for several months, but also seems to be improving. I mean, now he's in the running for third, so it'll definitely be interesting to see if blackpear can manage to keep up that that just success in this game to maybe take it against Nero. I definitely feel like this is a match where we're gonna see a game 3.
I definitely hope so.
Yeah, I hope so, and I think so. Like, this is two insanely good runners.
Yeah. You could maybe argue they have too much time on their hands, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm interested to see. I actually saw blackpear just now. He was in 6B. I'm not sure if that's a precursor of what's to come.
Oh no, the 6B. That saves time, I think, but...
Yeah, but barely.
Nobody does it.
It's... I only think the world record time barely saves a few seconds, if nothing at all, so... I'll actually look that up.
It's definitely... I don't know, maybe it's just a good warm-up point. It is one of the hardest levels in the game, so... I guess some people might just like to use it to warm up. You know, getting that hard stuff in right off the bat.
Yeah, okay, so if you would get world record on that B side, then the fastest tape grab you would be about even. But it can still be faster. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't expect to see it again. I just expected him to have been there.
No, I don't think Demo has gone through 6B yet for new strats.
Yeah, well, we're seeing blackpear beginning to go through the whole game for a fast time. Looks like some delay stuff, so once Nero's stream gets caught up and started, we'll be able to more accurately see how these two are going to go. All right, there we go. So within about 10 seconds, we'll see blackpear playing again. And there we go. All right, so now they're both off. Jumping, obviously the fastest way to move through the prologue, since you don't have your dash yet. Just moves you a little bit faster each jump, but every jump you do adds up to, I think, about a second, maybe? Oh, no!
Unless you die at the end.
Yeah, blackpear not jumping far enough to reach the trigger for the bird giving you the dash. There we go. Kind of stopping a little bit early that time to make sure he reaches it. That is a really bad start for blackpear. And really for anybody in this tournament had a really, like, high point of entry, even. So
it did.
That is not a death you want to see taken from anyone, from any matchup. Nero, though, taking a death at the beginning of the Forsaken City, so maybe we could see blackpear, you know, just start off stronger, even.
Definitely some minor mistakes from Nero already, apart from not dying on prologue. That's a good thing, but
I mean, he can make minor mistakes, but it's going to take a lot of stuff for blackpear to catch up from a prologue death.
Yeah, especially since it's the most punishing prologue death.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the worst screen to die on. And everybody's done it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you want to throw a runner at me, everybody's done it.
Me. Pick me.
Pick me.
Last week even. What?
I didn't play this game last week. I still haven't played this game in 3 months. But, it definitely looks like these two have practiced a lot. A lot more than 3 months.
I think I almost commentators cursed him in my thoughts. So I was about to say how his chapter 1 was really solid, apart from those minor few mistakes, and he instantly died.
Well,
I did not know I have such mental prowess.
Well, now you get to do whatever you want with them. I'm afraid. You can will me back into running this game if you so choose. No. But in all seriousness, both of them had pretty alright chapter 1s. I think blackpear had a bit of a better one, which is definitely helping. With a prologue death, I hate to keep going back to the prologue death because I feel like this is something I could do all race. But it's definitely something that's gonna change blackpear's mindset a bit, because blackpear's probably gonna think that he's behind for quite a while.
For good reason.
Yeah, and I mean not only because of a prologue death, but because Nero is just such a good player of this game, and very good in races, being able to almost beat TGH, to the point where blackpear definitely doesn't want to pull out stops. Blackpear just wants to move. And blackpear is doing a great job of moving. However, Nero definitely isn't, letting blackpear catch up so easily.
Yeah. I'm also expecting blackpear to go for a little more aggressive style, just because, individually wise, he's just a little bit behind as far as personal best is concerned.
Yeah. I believe still has a 30. I checked this earlier and already forgot, but I believe blackpear has like a high 30. So,
let's see, double checking. 30-55.
Alright, yeah.
Against
so definitely not a time
15.
to... Yeah. So definitely with blackpear still not on a time to sneeze at. Nero has a low 29. So...
Yeah. There's only one person who can sneeze at that. And he won already against Nero, so...
Yeah, so... The sneeze has been brought out. We brought the feather to Teej's nose. But Nero still isn't done playing. Making it to the end of Chapter 2 with a 3:40, I believe that was an 8.
Yep.
blackpear's only like 5 seconds behind, so... Definitely...
And that's just prologue right there.
Is prologue more than 5 seconds? I feel like...
That death was more than 5, yeah.
Yeah. That death was more than 5. blackpear would definitely be ahead if not for prologue right now. So, despite it being difficult, as I mentioned, he's doing a great job of catching up.
Yep.
But
Resort will
Resort
be
will
a
prove
sign
it.
of how this... Yeah, Resort will be Resort. And
Yeah.
basically decide the race on its own, almost. As nearly every race I've seen was sort of decided in Resort.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying that something so early can decide a race and just make the tone of the race so drastically different for so long of the game. Because, this game is 30 minutes long. Around that, maybe give or take a minute or so for these two. And, Resort finishes before we even reach, the 9-minute mark. But it just has a huge impact on, how far apart two racers can be. It's a chapter. I don't really know else.
I think world record finished it before the 8-minute mark.
Okay,
if I remember correctly.
Of course it did.
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, around 8:30 is what you would expect for these runners, I'd say.
Probably. Best time. It looks like the lead hasn't really shifted at all. Both of these two had a fairly similar intro to the Resort. That fairly similar meaning both really good. I don't think I saw a death from either, but if there was one, I missed it. Nero getting a spike jump first try.
So around 6-ish seconds. It looks like blackpear did lose a little bit of time already.
Yeah. Still just doing great. Missing the spike jump, that's going to be a small time loss.
The smallest of losses.
Smallest of losses. Spike jump is just something that gets a lot of mention because it's one of the weirder things to happen in this game. But, I mean, it makes sense why it happens, but it's just kind of, you know, maybe to an outside viewer or someone that just doesn't know too much, it might seem weird. So, it's always a time loss that people like to keep track of.
Yeah.
Because it is hard. It is pretty hard.
I always found it weird how going through spikes from down below is super normal for most players, since you do that in chapter 1 if you finish the entire level, but then they don't continue on that path into thinking that such a thing is possible, like the spike jumps.
Well, I mean,
I get it, but still.
yeah. That's not something, like, I guess...
If you add wind,
coming
it's even weirder, but... Then you can actually jump on spikes, but...
I feel like it's a thing because, like, you know, obviously when the game puts spikes on top of a platform that you can move upwards through, you know, it's intended for you not to die there. But every other spike is on a wall, so you don't really expect yourself to be in that spike, but you can get in that spike.
True.
So, it's just not something that a lot of people can... I don't know. This game is weird.
Ooh. Let's see, checkpointless? Nope.
Nope. Yeah, no.
Let's get this demo
First
dash.
try, though.
First try.
Could have done checkpointless. No, checkpointless is just not a risk some people want to take, and it's definitely understandable. Taking the checkpoint definitely costs less time than a death. That definitely seems like a better idea in a tournament. Checkpointless over, or not checkpointless.
Yeah, that seems unnecessarily risky.
Yeah, but double first try is really good for that dash.
It is.
And... Oh, no.
That hurts.
Yeah, resort in its big rooms do not like players.
Yeah, especially these few optimizations blackpear's doing here are quite risky. If you look at like the gain versus loss.
Yeah. And
8-12.
8-12. Wow. That is crazy. Nero's definitely on a great run.
Yeah, that's really
blackpear also doing pretty alright. I don't have a guess. That was
How did
scary.
he not die?
I don't quite have a guess for how this last room's gonna go, but it's definitely gonna be decently under 9 minutes unless there's a death. Which, at this point in the room, I'm not expecting a death.
I don't know, that last bunny has gotten me more times than I'm
Than you care to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it didn't happen to blackpear, still exiting with an 840. Definitely a respectable Chapter 3 exit, but does show how much time blackpear lost because of Resort.
Because of
like
Resort.
5... It is Resort, it's Chapter 3.
Yeah.
This is Ridge. Those are two names I get confused. Everybody's done it, but... Nero heading on to the second spike jump, very good.
Ooh.
That's a spike
blackpear
jump I know
got
some
the-
people will go for.
Got the corner boost strat.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Come on, blockless, let's go.
No. Going for that, though.
I missed the wall bounce, so it's flashy, but not. It's not that much faster than Hyper Bunny Hop.
Yeah, but it's faster, still.
Yeah, it is.
And, I mean, Nero is comfortable going for it, definitely. That's a hard thing to feel comfortable going for. So if you do, definitely take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of all the small things in Celeste. And Nero definitely does that.
Especially at such a high level.
Oh, okay, nice save.
Oof.
I definitely knew that save could happen, but it's a weird one.
because at this point it's all about the little things, such as barely missing the skip there.
Yeah.
Yes, the big time losses are mostly out of the run. There's very low def count, so it's all the micro optimizations.
Nero doing really nice so far, entering cliff face, which can ruin ridges.
Yeah. Let's see if he gets this full strat.
Oh no!
Nope.
It seems like he didn't get enough height there, grabbed the crumbling block and jumped up into the snowball.
The backup is equally impressive, so.
Yeah. It's just one of those rooms that the strat is not easy in. Because there are quite a few rooms where the strat isn't the hardest thing in the world. Okay, yeah, no. Could have gotten back up there on his own, but just decided to retry to get back up there faster. I feel like a stubborn part of me didn't want to see a retry, but one happened.
But still sub 3.
Yeah, still a sub 3 ridge, so...
Just, like... And then he has a few unfortunate deaths, he still gets sub 3, and then I'm just shaking my head, not understanding how he does it. Other than he went fast.
Yeah. Neo likes to go fast, from what I can tell.
Show me the tape room.
Tell me.
Could I see in the category Mirror Temple, the tape room?
200. But we still have to go through a bit of the normal 5A.
Cycle skip.
There. Yeah, going for that cycle is... Why?
Yeah.
I don't even have a word to describe that cycle, just why.
It's incredibly tight, timing-wise. The first one of the better named strats in the game, in the opinion of a few people.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Getting it first try, perfect.
Oh, tape. Let's go.
Alright, yeah, we're gonna see the 5B route from Nero.
Definitely, of course, again, like Demo Jameson finding 2 kind of big skips to bring the time down so quickly.
Yeah.
The Demo Dash and this Bub's Drop you can do in 5B.
Yeah. And as much as I like 5B, I'm kind of sad that we get to miss out on 5A and runs now. This is always my favorite chapter to play through. Blackpear doing a nice job with that cycle as well.
I don't know, I think I like 5B more because of the secret manipulation.
I guess, yeah. 5B is definitely a cool stage. Yeah. I just wish we got to cut out something like 4, you know?
Or 3.
or 3.
Although Resort B isn't, you know, it's more Resort, so...
Well, no, I'm just saying
it's more annoying Resort.
I guess. Yeah.
Here we go, let's see if he gets it.
Oh,
this room is really long.
Yeah.
Like,
taking a death on the spikes before.
Well, it's more like it's really slow. Wow,
oh, there we go.
Try. Nice.
Yeah, there we go. So...
But yet, to clarify, that one death is already 5 seconds, just how slow the room is.
And Blackpear hitting the tape. So gonna be joining Nero shortly.
Another spike jump here.
Let's forget 5B is a spike jump.
Yeah, it does.
But,
you skip 2 keys now.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a major spike jump. I just always forget about it because, again, spike jumps are kind of basically just wall jumps, but they put spikes on the wall, and we ignore them.
Yeah. So let's see how he does in this. What do you call this checkpoint?
I guess a funnel, you could call it. Or it's like
not just, I mean the actual checkpoint name.
Oh, I don't know the actual checkpoint names of 5B.
I think it's behind the mirror, into the mirror.
Into the mirror.
Yeah, I think
you
that's
go
right.
inside the mirror and get to that screen.
And this strat is amazing.
Yeah,
there's also a variation of it. Where you use the secret explosion.
Yeah. That is one of the coolest looking strats in my opinion, using the Seeker respawn to gain a massive boost. Really cool looking, especially when you're like over hit like that.
And here's the most annoying room at 5B. Oh, that looked weird.
Okay, yeah. Nero should be good at this point. Yeah.
That's really solid. He made it over the sushi jump. I'm gonna call it that now, where because there is a clip of M Sushi missing Theo there like 10 times in a row over that particular part, and that was just hilarious.
Shoutouts to one of our finalists, M Sushi. And Nero finishing up with, I think that's his 233 on the chapter
really
timer.
solid.
So really good job.
15 minutes total is pretty good.
Obviously, your total time is just as important as your chapter time.
Oh, we missed the button. Oh,
That.
okay,
That
we're
was
good.
a backup if I've ever seen one. That was
yeah. So that particular dash is actually quite tight to hit both the button and the head of the Seeker.
Yeah.
Usually you die to the Seeker instead of missing the button.
Yep. And
That was interesting.
blackpear.
Alright.
Still doing a pretty good job. Oh, that was scary. Nero.
I feel good about that room now. Because that's mainly because the strats I see these runners do for that room is similar to the one I found for myself, so that always feels, feels a bit good.
It always feels good to go fast. Nero gonna be doing the neutral jumps up this wall.
Oh,
Blackpear dying because the room is clearly impossible.
clearly.
Clearly. And doing a bit of a different movement through that room than Nero did.
Yeah, Nero didn't.
Grabbing, oh, no sub 3.
Nero did a very tough Theo Ultra there. Blackpear has the more conventional strat for that room.
But Nero has a really good lead right now, entering 6.
Yeah.
A,
A
I
solid
guess.
90 seconds or something. Yeah,
We have to
around there.
actually differentiate A and B now. 6A is a meanie. At least we don't have to play 6B, but like 6A, still not very nice.
Yeah,
The thing is, you go from a game with a kind of rather rigid 8-directional control style, and then both feathers and bumpers can kind of just like put you anywhere on the 360-degree area. So it can become a lot harder to control because you now have a lot more variables in your position to deal with.
Yeah,
Which-
bumpers do still feel kind of aimed directionally, but their wiggle is still the more annoying part.
Absolutely.
Blackpear missing leg skip twice there. Losing more time. But yeah, good thing Nero's almost done with the sad part of 6A. Now we get to go to the fun part.
Yep. 6A can kind of feel like a drag at the beginning. Not doing the second fall in order to get the checkpoint, definitely a good strat.
Nice.
Very nice water movement. Blackpear, starting, I think, into the second room of the split paths now.
Yes.
Nero setting up the battle and boost. Very nice.
Yeah. So thankfully no 6B.
Yep,
That was almost he
that
almost
was
got
almost
me there.
scary.
Yeah.
I mean, 6B is nice music.
Correct. But it's still 6B.
It's 6B.
It's hard. That's about it. It's like once you stop dying a little bit, some rooms get pretty fun to do, but it's still 6B.
6B was definitely a crazy level to play casually.
Yeah. a lot of bumper shenanigans, that's for sure.
Yep.
Right, did not get the ultras there on Nero's side. Doesn't save that much, but it's just really cool looking, so that, you know, you gotta go for the swag points sometimes.
Blackpear heading into the last room before setting the room where you set up the battle and boost. So probably about 10, 15, 20 seconds to joining Nero in the fight. Just gotta hit the block.
Gotta hit the Kevin.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin.
Tiny water boost there from Nero, actually.
Yep, very nice. Speaking of shouting out the developers, reminder that if you really think this game deserves it, you can vote this game for Game of the Year.
Yep. They have been nominated for 4 categories, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, 4 categories.
One of which is Game of the Year.
One of them being
the other is Best
One of them was
Indie.
Best Soundtrack, I think.
Yep. The other 2 were music related.
I think it was like something like soundtrack, something story based.
And maybe sound design.
Yeah.
I mean, go
I
vote.
recommend voting for it.
I voted for.
I voted this game in every category that it was in.
Yeah, it's interesting to see Celeste among the other among the big AAA titles.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Nero just finished up the fight casually. Well, depends on what you define as casual, of course.
Without a sweat.
Yeah.
Definitely, I don't think anybody who says they're casual would play Celeste like this.
He's chilling.
Yeah, going at him. He's chilling. Blackbear's trying to at him.
And it's also a good gauge for the difference in time. Nero looking at, let's say, if we assume a sub-9 summit, is he actually looking at a 29?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, that's that's
Died
insane.
on the first screen, though.
Relatively low 29 even.
Possibly. You'd have to be a really good summit from this point.
Yeah.
I might even vouch to say no unintentional deaths at this point for Nero to not go low 29.
Yep. I'll agree with that.
Definitely still has some time to lose before reaching 20, before like getting out of 29 territory though. Meanwhile, Blackpear onto the last screen of the battle and fight. There we go.
Bonk. Yeah.
I think Blackpear might be on about... Maybe pace for 31 or 32. Definitely still a great time. Let's see that.
Seems to be
22,
still
32.
90 seconds still.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, is around the difference after Resort. Nah, that can't be right.
No, not Resort. Resort was like...
After Temple, then. Yeah.
Yeah.
After.
So they didn't really... The lead didn't shift too much throughout those chapters. I think it might have shifted a little bit into Nero's favor,
Probably.
but it was very minor. Both of them had great reflections.
Oh, seeing a good 1K, so satisfying.
Yeah, 1K, even old sight with the dream blocks is really satisfying to see one done well. Unfortunately, it just doesn't have as many like good, satisfying to watch dream block uses as 1K. But Nero getting through it is like it's amazing.
I just play 2B, and you get all the dream blocks you want.
Well, Maybe in all chapters.
Yeah. See if he gets this cycle here. Made it.
That was basically the best you can do that room. And let's see how we do in the ultras.
Okay. Okay, that's... I think he actually saved another half cycle there.
Yeah, Nero, not... Jeez. I don't even know what's happening. Blackpear, still doing great in Summit though, finishing up 500. So only 2 Summit sections behind Nero, but similarly to the normal versions of the chapters, 1500 is where they get a lot harder and quite a bit more difficult, or a little bit longer and quite a bit more difficult. So definitely could see big separations in 1500, especially because Nero absolutely nailed it. It's definitely going to be hard to contest, for Blackpear to contest what Nero is putting up in the table for this summit. And it's very likely that we could see more gain in the lead for Nero. However, Nero still has, 2,500 and 3,000. So it's not like we could see Blackpear catch up quite a bit. He just has a lot to do to get that catch up.
Of the sections before 3K, it's actually 2,000. That's the longest in time, at least. Just the auto scrollers being slow.
Yeah. Also, this room is
long.
Fairly long. One of the
2,500
ending screens.
Yeah.
I don't think it's longer than the ending screen of 2,500.
Yeah, I feel like that one's longer still.
Yeah, but that one is long. I don't think it's that hard actually, but it definitely can trip you up.
If you want to cut some corners here and there, it can be tricky. Okay. Interesting depth for Nero there.
Yeah.
The
wave dashes off these blocks can sometimes not be great because the blocks move very quickly once you dash. First try getting this key though. I don't know what
turning a bit in the final room of 1500.
Very nicely done. And Nero gonna be getting to this screen. Awesome. And going for door skip. Awesome.
I think I saw one demo dash in there as well.
Yeah, that second one kind of looked high, and I'm surprised he made it.
And the first one looked like... So there's this white line behind Madeline when she dashes, and you can actually tell if it's a demo or not, because that line is centered on her hitbox. So during a demo, that line is actually near her feet instead of her waist.
I never knew about that. That's actually really interesting.
So there is a visual way to tell if you did a demo dash correctly, at least. Thankfully. Otherwise, practicing that would be
a
nightmare.
Nero. There we go. Nero getting down to business. I meant to say getting up, but I said down. We are in the down drafts, though.
There you go. Got there.
So, we're going to be falling a lot easier and struggling a bit more to gain height. It can make things a lot more difficult, but actually from a lot of the runners I've talked to, they seem to really enjoy downdraft because it lets you on the ground faster, so it lets you get more hypers and stuff.
Okay,
which of course is
I
the
think
greatest
those were
thing.
at least 2 corner boosts from Nero.
Yeah.
And it's
Nero.
mainly since the downdraft just pushes you down to ground quicker, you have more control. And whenever you're in like hypers or wall bounces, the wind does not affect you. So in that case, being less floaty is actually a small blessing.
Yeah.
Instead of updraft where just everything is slow.
Yeah. I mean, I guess me personally, I was never a big fan of it because I'm a spike magnet. But
Oh, we all are. Don't worry.
yeah. but it definitely does make for a very quick moving portion of the run. Nero moving on, about to reach 10. Probably gonna... Okay, not skipping 10. A lot of people you'll see skip 10. Some people skip 9. Nero not skipping 9. I don't like the idea of skipping 9. 9 is one of the hardest checkpoints in Summit for me, actually. Nero.
He died at 7 though, so...
Yeah, died at 7, which is not very good. Blackpear, about to move into 3000. This is probably a little bit too late for Blackpear, but...
Yeah, it's around a full 2 minutes behind now.
Yeah, so this is going to be Nero's game, it seems like. Unless 2 minutes of death happens within the last 3 flags, would not put it past anyone.
Just around 5 to 10 flag 1 retries.
Yeah. That would definitely be a crazy way to end it.
That would be interesting.
And Nero finishing up the first race, 29-31. Very close to PB. Very well played game. Very well played run. 840 Summit. That is huge. GG for Nero.
He's doing some dashing. So yeah, I was actually quite close to PB pace entering Summit for Nero.
Yeah, definitely was.
Because at around
Unfortunately, just a few deaths. Yeah, just a few small deaths took it away.
Yeah, 13 deaths with that time is just
that's absolutely crazy.
You should get a speeding... No.
The speed police?
Speeding ticket. Hold up there, lady. How fast did you think you were going?
I wonder how many miles per hour Madeline moves during a hyper.
Well, if we assume an average height, then we can just do the math and get there. I mean, like average body height, that is. Probably I hope someone already did the math. Because I don't really feel like doing that.
I wonder how that would even be calculated.
Yeah, so you take the height of Madeline, compare that to an average female at her age, and then convert a pixel into meters per pixel. Then look how fast you go per frame. And then
okay, now you're just looking too far
second.
into things. Blackpear finishing 31-27, really nice. 31-27. I think fairly close to... Okay, wait, no. No, never mind. That's a big lie. About 30 seconds off his PB. Not bad. But that's it for game 1. So, we still have possibly 2, at least 1 more game between the 2 to play.
Yeah, you can see even though there's only 2 deaths differentiating the 2, and assuming these deaths lost them about equal time, you just see how many little details Nero does better.
Yeah.
For each. And those eventually add up for around 2 minutes here.
Alright, so we're getting the runners set up for game 2.
Yeah, let's see more of that, please. A little bit less dying. No prologue dash. Let's just so I say no prologue dash, and then I'll be happy with the gameplay they've shown so far. But and of course, I'm hoping for a possible game 3.
The Japanese font is funny.
Yes, it looks to be a little bit like what do you call that? Squished.
Compressed, I guess, is a good word.
Yeah, we'll go with compressed.
And thinner, for sure. Definitely not bold. But you gotta be bold to do some of the strats that Nero goes for.
Hey.
Hey!
Nice.
We're getting started on game 2.
For
We
the
will hopefully
bronze
see-
match.
Yeah. We will hopefully see exactly 2 less prologue deaths.
Wait.
We're gonna see -1 prologue.
-1. You gain a lot. You level up.
In prologue.
You gain a 1-up with the berries. Wait.
You get a 6-berry chain in prologue. No, but in all seriousness, both of them basically in sync right now. Okay, this is scary. Alright, it is different text. I think Nero's the tiniest bit ahead.
Actually, I wonder if anyone timed how much it saves that cutscene with the text saying that you got
Oh
this.
yeah. The Japanese
Although-
version advantage?
Although I don't think it should. Now that I think about it. Never
I
mind.
don't know. But, I mean, Nero took a death, like, early on, so once the streams sync up, we're gonna see that Black Pair is quite a little bit ahead for Chapter 1.
Alright, it's done. Go to game 3.
That's the thing, this tournament is literally just City.
Yep. It's just you have to do City 30 times, and then look at your time.
Please no.
And then the best average wins.
The best average.
And then you can say it's a consistent City tournament.
Consistency. This is the worst idea I've ever heard. It would probably make me reinstall my game. But,
Nah, it wouldn't.
yeah, that's true. Nothing's gonna make me...
Oh, Nero.
Oh no, Nero with another bad city death. Gonna be exiting with 111.
Let's
Nope.
add another one.
114. Got the nice retry. Definitely not a good start for Nero coming off of game 1. Blackpear. Taking advantage of everything that Nero did in Chapter 1 to stay a decent piece ahead in Chapter 2.
Let's see if you can take that all the way through.
Hopefully. There's a lot of game.
Still a lot of buttons to press before we are there.
Yeah.
Especially that resort button is kind of annoying.
Yeah. We don't want to have to resort to that.
We do need the coins there.
Yeah. Coins are good.
Yeah. The more, the better. Did lose some time though. Although, well, Nero will make it up for him. Takes a death as well. How nice. And something I noticed in the previous run is that both of these runners' awake sections are pretty cool to look at. Although it seems like it will take a while before we get into Nero's awake, since this last room of the chase is giving him some issues.
Alright, yeah. Blackpear finishing up the chapter. 351. Pretty good. Meanwhile, Nero still has to go through awake. We're gonna see maybe quite a bigger gap than we saw at the beginning of the chapter. So this is definitely interesting. This is definitely unlike last race, where we only had a 5-second lead on Nero. Now we have, what did I just say, 351 versus 416.
25 seconds is quite a bit for just the first
Quite
two
a bit
chapters.
for the first two chapters.
Yeah. You would normally see that out of Resort.
No, you usually see like 2 minutes out of Resort.
Yeah, let's be honest. Or out of 5B.
Last time we saw that out of Resort, I think.
Yeah.
We saw like 28. Oh, how the tables have turned. There we go. Blackpear definitely, because of stream delay, definitely doesn't know that he has this lead right now, but is doing a great job in keeping it.
Yeah. And I think it's best that he doesn't know.
Absolutely.
Oof, seems like Nero has lost some of his game in between these runs.
It feels
Yeah.
like it. Maybe, I don't know, are there nerves involved for Nero? Who knows?
It just shows you sometimes how, like, even how inconsistent some of these strats may be for some runners. It's just so hard to do everything well.
Yeah. Gonna be entering into the huge mess. Main room. Blackpear first tries spike jump.
150 first button. Pretty fast. Pretty good, actually. That's, yeah, that's the time to aim for anyone doing Resort. Although sub 2 is also
Also
quite
pretty
a
acceptable.
achievement. Yeah.
Yeah. This game is really difficult to get to a really high level at, so even if it's not like maybe what's considered a top time, you gotta give yourself checkpoints to be proud of.
And one of those is the sub 3 minutes third button. Let's
Which
see.
I think Blackpear is on great pace for.
Yeah, you should get that.
Oh, oh, jumping in the water.
Should still be fine.
Yeah, no, should still be fine. That room's scary. 249?
Does even a slightly faster cycle than what most runners do there.
Yeah, Blackpear scaring the bejeebus out of me. I don't know what a bejeebus is, but it's scared out of me
The
now.
heebie-jeebies?
The heebie-jeebies. No, not giving me the heebie-jeebies. There is still no bejeebus in me,
Okay.
but moving quickly, so no reason to keep the bejeebus in me.
I will assume he takes the checkpoint here then. Since this resort has been really good. You don't want to mess it up.
Would not want to.
Taking his time. Oof. Looking for that one specific pixel.
Yeah.
Found it.
There we go.
Was at the lost and found section.
Alright. Entering a Shiro. Neo, not first try? Nero, my bad. I was one letter off. Third try for both of them.
So far even on the demo dash. 2 for 4 in combined for both of them. Oh. And this time blackpear does get clipped by the bunny. Previous run I already felt like he was really close. And this time his big toe kind of stuck out a little too far.
Yep.
Or you could say stub his pinky toe against the bunny there.
Oh no, that's painful. To stub your pinky toe against anything. Blackpear exiting the chapter with the exact same time he exited it in the previous race with an 8:40.
Interesting.
Over Nero, instead of exiting with an 8:12, is going to be exiting with an 8:55. So, 15-second advantage for blackpear. Lost 10 seconds actually over Nero compared to the end of Old Site, but still in the lead, moving through Ridge.
Ridge still a very technical chapter.
For sure.
Although you could probably say that out of every chapter now, since since everyone's going so fast anyway. But oh no, blackpear has to wait for the arrow block to come back. That's really slow.
Definitely. Alright. Good now? Alright. My internet's kind of fighting me, and all I want to do is just watch a race, so... There we go. Blackpear moving through.
Yep, so far so good. Still maintaining that lead, although blackpear is messing up in a few spots. Has to go for the second backup there.
Yeah. Oops.
Actually wondering if there will be a time when the second auto-scroller skip is used in real runs instead of just the IL.
Maybe if someone's crazy enough to go for it. Blackpear missing the block entirely.
Oh, I know how that one feels.
I don't.
Yeah. You
I know about
try to
the
get ahead of
spikes
the
in
block
that
so much that
Oh, that was really scary to watch. Oh,
they're now on the same screen again.
jeez.
So the entire lead has vanished.
Yeah.
Well, not the entire lead, but
Not the entire
Pretty
lead,
much.
but a very small amount of it. Blackpear, and he definitely wants to cling on to what he has. Oh my goodness.
We're synced.
I think the in-game timers might be a little bit off, so we might actually have a lead for Nero now. We definitely have a lead for Nero now.
Yeah, we do.
Let's see those exit times. We have 11:46.554 and 11:47.880.
Oh, over a second now for Nero.
So like 1.3 for Nero.
And, you know, not to take anything away from Nero's rage there, but it was mostly blackpear messing up some strats that caused
Yeah,
this.
absolutely. It
this
definitely seemed more like blackpear losing than Nero saving. But
Yeah.
Nero definitely did save, so...
Did he save the animals?
No, that's slow.
Yeah, that is slow. Although apparently it's canon, but that's an all different argument.
Yeah, but okay. If you save the animal, fusion is canon. And if fusion is canon, then other M is canon.
Yep.
So do you really want to save the animals?
There you go. Alright, let's see the fast tape cycle.
Yeah.
That's,
Nero heading into
the
the
timing
tape
on that
room.
is quite tight, especially this jump over here. If the timed really well.
Oh,
He
not-
barely missed the cycle.
Yep, I think we saw him do that
Blackpear got
last race. Blackpear getting it. Oh my goodness.
So the tape is synced again.
13:05 quits for both.
So 5B decider. Well, sort of semi-decider, but maybe a gap can form here. Because blackpear was the former world record holder for 5B. I think TGH has that now.
Of course.
Don't quote me on that.
So yeah, Blackpear's pretty good with 5B, but Nero's definitely not here to frolic in the garden.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's
Nero
Problem
missed
who-
the demo strat.
Problem who has the world record, not TG. Never mind.
Okay. Problem's a great runner.
But blackpear is second on the leaderboard, so.
Okay. So yeah, definitely not messing around. Nero getting the demo strat second try. So Blackpear now with a pretty decent lead because of...
Around 9 seconds.
Yeah.
Because the room
It's
is just
really
that
bad
long.
for this because you have to return to map and start over from the second checkpoint.
Yeah, and mainly have to redo that really long, dumb room.
Yeah.
That would give people nightmares already before the strat was found.
Oh no, taking a death on the fall room.
Because the corner boost was even worse.
Blackpear has to wait for the Seeker to explode on the switch. Blackpear had a really weird save in this room last time.
Oh, okay. He's going for 2. No!
Oh, no. Was a bit early on letting go there. I think if he was later, he could have jumped on the Seeker.
Yeah.
Get the room second try. There we go.
Gets the ultras as well. Nice.
And on to Theo.
Nice. Gets that strat as well. Into the gauntlet of
Pain. Getting that
Pain,
Seeker
yeah.
throw. Or that Theo
Nice.
throw. You're not exactly
Yeah, that
throwing
one is
Seekers around.
awfully precise, actually. Should we dub this the sushi room now?
You do that. I'm just gonna dub this a room that exists. I mean, I don't have a better name for it. This room is clearly impossible. I know that much.
This is the impossible room. Yeah.
Yeah. Blackpear died here both races now. And gonna be doing this strat through the heart room. Nero
getting
going
the
for the
ultra.
tougher of the cycles again and making it. I like how that strat has you throw Theo at their heart.
And this race is really close right now.
We're seeing them enter menus at the same time.
RTA it's tied, but
RTA it's tied, but in game it's about 3 or 4
tied.
seconds.
Yeah.
It's really fun to watch the RTA sync though.
Oh, that feels good.
Yeah.
See who did that more optimally.
Looks
Nero
like
did.
Nero. You also got late skip first try. Blackpear second try. Doing the water the strat though. Oh no, Blackpear. Come on.
Not like that. Now the tides have turned. Blackbear's time to run from behind. If he knows, of course. Usually it's kind of hard to tell.
Yeah.
The delay. And that sometimes it makes it feel less like a race, because you don't really know what your opponents are doing. But it's...
Yeah. I mean, you don't know where your opponents are. It can't really... Your opponent's position doesn't really affect your play style. So you tend to see more genuine play.
Yeah.
You tend to see just, okay, what do I have to do in order to get, like, my best possible run here? My personal best, even.
Oh, nice corner boost.
That was awesome looking corner boost.
No, Blackbear.
No, Blackpear.
So, this dash here, you could technically call that an ultra dash. However, since it's not down diagonal, your speed will be capped at the end of the dash. And so does he slowed down, meaning he dashed too early.
Interesting death from Nero there. I don't know, I have Neo on the brain.
Maybe it's all in the Matrix.
Maybe.
Oof. Yeah, a few more hiccups for Blackbear. Nero just increasing his lead a little by little.
Battle and boost time. There we go. Oh.
Well, that must be at least a minor concussion.
At least. Yeah, that didn't look good, but I mean, the dash itself was alright. Made it mostly through the hallway.
Yep.
There we go, really good battle and boost from Blackpear. Not hitting the corner like Nero did, so small time save.
There we go. Ooh, blackpear missing the ultras there. Looks like he went for the lead. Actually funny.
The remix part of the fight.
Yeah. I think the next screen for blackpear. I first want to see if he does the strat I will reference, but I find it funny how for the longest time people would do like an extended dash jump here when you can just dash right into the bumper and hit bad line that way, which actually is faster. It's kind of weird.
Balance fight is weird.
Yeah, how something that is more complex to do, is that seemed the faster way, but it's actually not. Although, most of the time,
Be going over here, jumping this way. There we go. Very good fight for Nero. Meanwhile, blackpear is into the remix, so definitely still doing a great job. Okay. It's looking really scary with blackpear right now on these moving platforms, and they're definitely causing some problem. But Nero is being thrown up and finishing the chapter.
Cool.
Oh gosh.
And yeah, you can see the gap has grown in reflection.
Absolutely, Nero.
Now more like a hole.
Summit gonna be pretty. I think could possibly be done. Okay, no, never mind. I was gonna say it could be done before blackpear's throw finishes, but or done with the base at least.
So that should be 40 seconds then, if I know my summit
Should be,
splits.
yeah. Definitely
Technically 43, but
about 40.
yeah.
Squiggly line 40.
Like fastest time for that section, if you take this moment, the auto splitter split. So after the cutscene, is around 42 seconds. So make it 40 and call it even.
Yeah, and blackpear entering the final chapter. Okay, into the final room of the base of the summit. We're going to be heading into 500 shortly. Nero flying through 1,000. Dream blocks only helping said flight. You never even see the ground in summit.
What is ground?
I don't know.
Got dream blocks. Those are
Ground
better.
lets you do stuff like hyper though. So ground is pretty good, I gotta say. I like it.
It sure beats spikes, that's a given.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I'd rather stand on the ground than stand on spike.
Let's see if Nero can get that same cycle.
Yeah.
Looks
Looking
like
good
it.
on it.
No
Yeah,
problem.
there we go. And
Okay, he's doing the insane one again.
yep, and
Jeez.
getting it.
blackpear missing the strat where you actually get the traffic block to come down prematurely. the Mr. wall bounce that you need to do afterwards to make that faster.
Yeah, so pretty decently far behind right now. Nero playing a crazy summit.
For sure.
I don't even recall there. Okay, no, there definitely was a death. But I think that might have been the only one so far. There we go. Let's see how blackpear does on the upcoming cycle room. Nero basically got them the fastest way you can. We'll see how blackpear compares against it. I think he likes to do a little bit of some safer stuff. Oh, and then he went for that and missed it just barely. And now the death cycle is going to be in play. But getting to the second try is still pretty nice.
Yeah, the nice thing about that death cycle is it's more annoying to get into position for that cycle skip, but then if you're willing to wait the extra half cycle, you can just try again.
And Nero in 2500. Definitely, I think PB pace is not for Nero. I think Nero is, yeah, definitely not gonna happen, but still very far ahead of blackpear right now. Despite the desync in-game timers, it's pretty easy to tell. You can still fairly easily tell. Nero! Come on! What happened there? I'm kind of curious. That was a very weird death, especially because it looked like he still had stamina.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird.
But gonna be moving on to the last room. Gonna door skip first try.
Should be fine. But it's interesting to see how this lead has been obtained by only like half of the game. In chapter 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Which in and of itself is also weird to say, that it's literally half of the run is chapter 1 to 5.
Chapter 7 is just such a gauntlet, though, and Chapter 6 is one that you don't want to play around with because it can just beat you up.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, blackpear getting a slightly faster final room there in 2K with the help of a demo dash. Saves like a second, maybe. I'm not sure if he's on controller, but there's actually a way to make demo dashes really easy to do, believe it or not. But that requires the usage of a controller, so it's not for, at least if my sources are correct. As it's actually possible to bind a button to keyboard down on your controller, and then if you hold that button while in the air, every dash you do will be a demo dash.
Interesting.
So if you don't input anything on your D-pad, you will dash down, but if you just input a direction, you will go that direction instead, while having the demo dash properties.
This game is really weird. Nero skipping 10. Making it to 9 though. Blackpear into the beginning of 3000. And final 5. Final 3.
Final 2.
Blackpear into updraft. Nero onto the final flag, and Nero with a time of 30-34 is going to be our GSA Celeste Any Tournament bronze medalist, taking 3rd place overall. GG's to Nero, taking the bronze match in a 2-0 against Blackpear, who still put up a great fight. We see Blackpear about to hit checkpoint 12, so definitely still not an opponent to kind of brush away, but managed to take the victory, and yeah, that was really impressive. Both games.
Yeah, for sure.
The mid 29 in game 1, and like the minute plus comeback between chapters 6 and 7 for Nero were both incredible.
Equally impressive, almost.
And Death 28, I think that's like over double the amount of 1, but still, like, I think that's still like about almost a minute better. I think around 54 or something seconds better than what Blackpear managed to notch in game 1. So yeah, big huge congratulations to Nero. Blackpear gonna be finishing up soon, probably gonna get a low 32, which is really good. So Blackpear taking 4th place throughout the whole tournament. Very good job. We're going to see the finish in a moment. Just has to finish up flag 1. And 32.05. GG's to Blackpear. 4th place, really good. So it does not look like we have interviews from
Blackpear,
these two.
Also having a lot of deaths in chapter 6 and 7, mostly, I'd say.
Yeah.
33 is... That's a bunch. Well, more than a bunch.
Yeah, it was still a great race, though. So, yeah, we are going to... Thanks to everybody who came out. We're going to be heading into something else. We do have more Celeste today. However, we have not only that, but we have more finishes coming up. 40 minutes from now, we're going to have the bronze match of the Super Mario Brothers 1 tournament coming up. So that's 40 minutes, 3 p.m. And then an hour after that, at 4 p.m., we're going to have the grand finals of that same tournament, Super Mario Brothers 1 grand finals. But 6 p.m.
That's the real time
Eastern,
to watch.
by the way. Yeah, 6 p.m. is going to be our own grand finals. You're going to have TGH versus M Sushi, and if that matchup on its own isn't enough to make you watch it, you're going to have 2 great commentators on the mic. You're going to have Troy of Athens and Flair Bear on that. So definitely make sure, if you enjoyed this race, and again, thank you for coming out to watch this race, that you make sure watch the grand finals in a bit under 4 hours from now. We will see you all hopefully in chat for that.
For sure, that should be hype.